Sexy Business Team. I am here this morning with Rufus. And Rufus and I are going to have a conversation with Christie Garcia and Gerbil. Gerbil has been talking to us as well. And obviously I forgot to turn off my phone. There we go. Rufus is normally sleeping at this time, so it's usually no big deal. He's just a puppy still. But for whatever reason, he has got an energy shot going. So it's been wild. And we decided, you know what? This is just part of our life. So we're going to go for it and still have our conversation live and all with our puppies in the pictures being wild. So, Christie is one of his besties. She's one of my sparkle girls. She is amazing. I can't say enough good things about her because we actually met in Houston, which is kind of funny because tell them where you're from.
I'm from Calgary, Canada. I'm far from Houston, like very far.
But she came to Houston for something else, and I love that we got to meet. And the minute we met, we actually, we've decided we think we're related because we immediately, I wish I had thought to pull up the pictures. We immediately started taking like selfies together and posing the same way because we're just like that. So it was awesome. But I wanted to talk this morning about something really important. Hey, Kelly Cornelson. I'm glad that you could be with us. Christie is amazing in case you haven't met Christie yet. You know, when you have a business and a life and a puppy who wants to bite right now, when you have all this stuff going on, a lot of times you're so in a hurry to get things done that you don't slow down long enough to celebrate the small things. And, you know, I did take time off and celebrated getting a puppy. He is like a wild man this morning. I don't know what his deal is. Like I said, he's usually asleep at this time. And so if you hear him, you just hear him. That's part of our life is to have this puppy. But what is it that you do, Christie, to celebrate wins? Because, you know, we all go through ups and downs, but a lot of times we rush past the things we do and we forget to celebrate those things so that we can have, you know, some things to look back on to remember why we're doing something.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, for me, it's sometimes even just taking the moment. So every night I take the moment and really give gratitude, but really celebrate myself and what I accomplished that day, or possibly maybe something that I did with the kids or my hubby or whatever it is. It's not always business celebrations, but I do take the time every day to do that little celebration. And you know what, if it's something a little bit bigger, like I know when I finished my website, that was a huge deal. And so we went out and celebrated with a little bit of bubbly and, you know, took the evening and put the phones away and just enjoyed the moment of being done, because it's never done. But, you know, to be able to launch that and enjoy that. So, you know, anytime that there's a win, I definitely take the time to celebrate. And those smaller ones, the day-to-day ones. And let me tell you, sometimes, like, putting my hair in something other than a ponytail is a huge celebration, right? So yeah, definitely take the time to do those wins. And, you know, sometimes I even write them down because I get so, it's in my head and you don't take the time, but when you write it down, it's real. And then you realize how much you actually did that day or that week or that month.
That's a really good idea. That's like a good plan too of, you know, being able to go back and remember, because I have days where, you know, I forget why I'm doing what I'm doing, or I forget, you know, to celebrate, or I am struggling through something or whatever. And I love to go back and read those things and see the things that, why is it I'm doing this, and why, you know, and one of the reasons that I love like our business is because of the lifestyle of it. And I will say, Ivy and Oliver say hi. Kelly's saying that they say hi. You have got to meet her little Bichons. I went and played with them not very long ago, and oh my goodness, they are adorable.
We just need a big puppy play fest.
Oh my goodness. I'm thinking, just tell me when and where. I think that is part of the coolness. You know, we have, what I always say on the videos is that we help you create sexy businesses for sexy lives. And the truth is, that is really what we do. I mean, people have like little taglines that they don't really live up to, but that's part of who we are. And I know that's who you are, is that you live what you're talking about. And, you know, I know you're a business coach. Like, I have insider information. I know you're an amazing business coach, and I know you are going through a transition right now, changing into a little bit different business model, just simply because everybody wants more of you than what you can give. And in order to keep that lifestyle, you've got to transition into a little bit different way of doing things. And, you know, one of those things I just want to like say out loud that I think is awesome is you actually, because you understand what it means to have those wins, and because you understand what it means to have those times of celebration when nobody else is around, you actually created a subscription box for amazing, you know, women entrepreneurs who need to celebrate more, who need to do some things that are fun, and maybe they're not surrounded by people like we are right now. And tell about that, because I can't wait for my box to get here. I'm just going to tell you, I've been counting down. It should be here soon.
Yes.
So I am like counting down my stuff, my days until I get it, because I can't wait to see what all's in it this time.
That's right. They're being shipped out tomorrow. We're waiting for the one big piece and it's being delivered today. So they're all being shipped out tomorrow. You'll have it next week. It is so exciting. And yeah, I think everybody should celebrate. And being an entrepreneur is hard. Let's just say it is a roller coaster, and, you know, it is fun. It is exciting. And there are days that it is lonely, and there are days that it is, it bottoms out a little bit. And so you work so hard all the time. It is not, and like you said, we live the lifestyle. So it isn't a wake up and I'm going to be a business coach for 4 hours today. It's not, it just doesn't work that way. Your brain doesn't work that way. And so I love giving gifts to all of my friends, and I love, you know, pink and sparkly things. And, you know, there's so many ways to celebrate all of your wins. And if you got something in your mailbox every month, I know when I do, it is so exciting. And when it's not a bill, it's even more exciting. And so I created the Biz Bag. And the Biz Bag really is a way to celebrate. It has personal development in it. It also has really fun things like just little pens or little sparkly clips or things like that. So every month you don't know what you're getting. It's a surprise. And it's a way to celebrate you, what you've done, your business, and how hard you're working, because it really is a lot of work to have your own business.
Yes, it is. And, you know, I don't want people to take lightly, because these Biz Bags are extremely valuable, like with content, not just like a few sparkly pins. And I will tell you that even like the sparkly pins, if you take those and you use them and you have that as a reminder that you got that in the mail from another another boss babe, another, lady entrepreneur making her way in the world, I think that's pretty sexy. Like, I think that that's a pretty amazing gift.
Yeah, and you hit it on the head. It isn't about, the little clips or the little pens. It is all about like what you're and how you can level up and boss up in your business. The personal development that I choose each month is specifically chosen, something that has impacted me or inspired me. And then there's always a digital offering. So, this month, it is a digital offering on social media, and it's a whole course that Tanae Smith has put into the bags, and it is amazing. And I'm going to do a live with her later about it, but there's so much value in the biz bag and so much that you can take out of it and use to not just boss up in your business, but level up in your personal life as well. All that personal development that you're going to get out of that bag is phenomenal. It's super exciting. It is so much fun. And, it's a way to celebrate yourself. Again, it is, we really need to celebrate ourselves because we're our biggest cheerleaders. And, if we're not doing it, there's not going to be your team with the pom-poms on the side. That's just not going to happen. So, hey, you be your cheerleader and celebrate yourself.
Well, I love that you said that because I think we do need to learn to celebrate ourselves, and we need to surround ourselves with people who will celebrate with us. Like, that is something very, very important. I can tell Christy something and she's already got her pom-poms ready. She will hear us on, we're doing a challenge right now, and she immediately is got her pom-poms out and ready. I can't, I can't thank you enough for being as amazing as you are in my life. But I also know that there's a lot of entrepreneurs who they do have that place of they haven't met the right tribe yet, or they haven't drawn their tribe in. They haven't attracted them yet. Maybe they're struggling through, or maybe they've had their head down. I've had seasons where I've had my head down working and working on processes versus relationships at the time, for a season. And right. To get something in the mail to remind you why you're doing it is pretty special. So if anyone out there is interested, we'll definitely drop a link in the comments. But if you have someone who you want to celebrate and send them something to surprise them, this makes a great gift too, because, when you tell them, when someone else sends you something sparkly and celebrates you, that's a pretty sexy gift. And a lot of people don't know what to get the businesswoman that has everything. And it's a great gift. You can gift a subscription to someone. But I think what you're doing is amazing. You have a lifestyle, and I want to touch on this. I think you're adorable, but you've got a baby girl who just graduated and is off to off to be big now. And
yes.
You have lots of transition going on in your life, and you're still able to stop and celebrate and be with your family. I love it because before we came on, I asked her, in the last week, what was one of your biggest wins? And she said spending time with her family. And I thought, that's the reason we do business also. You can make it about something much bigger than your family when you do a business. But I will tell you, at the end of the day, if your lifestyle is not sexy in the fact that you're not being able to be with your kids because you're working like crazy, that's not sexy. No. That is not a sexy thing. So that blessed me to hear that, you're living that sexy life because of your sexy business.
Absolutely. Definitely. It is definitely sexy. I love it when you say that because it's so true. Mm-hmm.
And, if you haven't been around Christy, this is another thing too, a little insider thing. This girl gets stuff done. I mean, I think that's one of the cutest things when you said your website, but you guys do major things. You execute. That's one of the things that drives me crazy, even about myself. I'm going to be honest, even about myself, I'll get sidetracked and not get things done. And when you execute, I think that is really the secret sauce, because we can go to a million classes or courses or events or conferences or summits, or you can put whatever you want in that, that list, and never apply what we learn, and never apply, our actual work, work getting done
Mhm.
And then what happens? We just are walking around with all this stuff bouncing off in our heads, but not doing anything for anyone. So I appreciate the fact that you not only are wise and full of wisdom, but that you share it. You actually execute on it. So I appreciate you just saying it out loud.
Oh, thanks, Kim. It's hard sometimes to implement. It is so true. There's so much information out there and so many amazing courses and programs, and they all have their worth. But if you're not implementing what you've learned, it really just goes to the wayside and makes room for the next thing you're going to learn. If you implement, you see results immediately, and then you can celebrate. So it's win-win, right?
And we like to have fun.
Yeah.
And, there was a lot of years that I spent, I think, more stoic. I know no one can imagine that now, but more, stoic just because I didn't know I should be celebrating those things. And now I'm all excited because now we celebrate everything. Like we celebrate every day. We celebrate whatever's going on. And what a sweet life that can be when you have that. And the underlying thing is actually gratefulness. I'm super grateful that I get to live this life. I'm super grateful for the people in my life. I'm super grateful for you, Christy.
And vice versa.
And I'm grateful for everyone who's listening. Kelly Cornelson's a good example of someone who I have met. I actually met her online, and then we actually got to go have coffee a few weeks ago. And she is a powerhouse. She is one of us. She's a hot mess. And I knew the first time I saw a live video that she did, I laughed because she was talking about being a hot mess. And I thought, oh yeah, she's my flavor. She's one of us. So you'll have to meet her when you come to Texas.
Yes.
Well, thank you for being on today for this conversation. And I just appreciate you so much. And I want to publicly say that. I want to say how much I appreciate the fact that you even remind me to celebrate.
Oh, thank you, Kim. Thanks for this. It was amazing. I always love chatting with you.
We don't run out of things to say.
No, we don't. No, you're definitely we're each other's flavor, and you're right. We're related somewhere down the line.
Well, if you're watching, we'll post it in the comments so you can check out Christy and her biz bag. But we also have a challenge coming up. I want to just interject this real quick. We have a 5-day challenge coming up next week that is all about collaboration. It's actually how to find people to work with and what collaboration really means. That word's thrown around a lot. So if you're interested in finding some amazing peeps to do business with and beside each other and support each other, come and join our 5-day challenge. It's all over our page, so you can find the links. But I just appreciate everyone who has collaborated with us and who has worked together to put this challenge together, because it changes lives. We will be executing. We will not be talking about it. We will be doing it. We'll be about it. So I will see you later today, Christy. And thank you, everyone, for watching and being with us. This is Kim White with the My Sexy Business team. We're here to help you create sexy businesses for sexy lives, just like Christie Garcia's.
Thank you.